On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Concerto.
A composition for one or more solo instruments and an orchestra, typically in 3 movements.
Examples:
Piano concerto, violin concerto. A renowned symphony orchestra performed the piano concerto.
Counterpoint.
The technique of combining 2 or more independent melodies in such a way as to form a harmonious whole.
Examples:
Write in counterpoint. Play a counterpoint. The addition of a counterpoint melody enhanced the piece of music.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Baroque.
Of or relating to an ornate and elaborate style of art, architecture, and music that flourished in Europe in the late 16th and early 17th centuries, characterized by a sense of grandeur and drama.
Examples:
Baroque music. Baroque architecture. The ornate architecture of the palace is a perfect example of the Baroque style.
Imperious.
Having or showing a proud and bossy manner, domineering.
Examples:
Imperious attitude. Display imperious behavior. The imperious manager demanded respect from her subordinates.
Light-hearted.
Having a carefree or cheerful mood, not serious or heavy.
Examples:
A light-hearted person. Light-hearted approach. The movie had a light-hearted tone and was meant to be enjoyable.
Gusto.
Enthusiasm or energy in doing something.
Examples:
Eat with gusto. Go for the gusto. He tackled his work with gusto and was always full of energy.
Oboe.
A musical instrument of the woodwind family with a narrow conical bore, double reed, and a piercing, high-pitched sound.
Examples:
An alto oboe. Oboe reed. The oboe player was tuning her instrument before the concert.
Bassoon.
A musical instrument of the woodwind family, similar to a large oboe, with a narrow conical bore and a double reed.
Examples:
A tenor bassoon. Bassoon reed. The bassoon player was the only one who could hit that low note.
Woodwind.
A category of musical instruments that are played by blowing air into or over a reed, including instruments such as flutes, clarinets, and saxophones.
Examples:
A single reed woodwind. Woodwind section. He is an expert in playing woodwind instruments.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Soloist.
A person who performs a solo, especially a solo musician or singer.
Examples:
A vocal soloist. Soloist musician. The soloist's performance was the highlight of the concert.
Permutation.
A rearrangement of a set of items, especially into a different order.
Examples:
A repeated permutation. A circular permutation. The mathematician was fascinated by permutations and combinations.
Viola.
A stringed instrument of the violin family, slightly larger than a violin and tuned a fifth lower.
Examples:
Viola section. Pick up a viola. She had been playing the viola for over a decade.
Cello.
A large stringed instrument of the viola family, typically held between the knees when played, also known as violoncello.
Examples:
The beautiful sound of a cello. Cello music. She played a passionate solo on her cello.
Harpsichord.
A keyboard instrument with strings plucked by plectra rather than struck by hammers like a piano. It is known for its distinctive and bright sound. It was a common instrument in the Baroque and classical music periods.
Examples:
Electric harpsichord. Harpsichord player. She was playing a beautiful piece of music on the harpsichord.
Tutti.
In music, all voices or instruments playing together.
Examples:
Tutti chorus. Tutti sound. In a tutti section, all the musicians played together.
Continuo.
A group of instruments in Baroque music that play a primarily harmonic accompaniment, including a keyboard instrument, and one or more chordal instruments such as a cello or bassoon.
Examples:
Continuo accompaniment. Basso continuo. The continuo part was played on the harpsichord.
Recognizable.
Easy to become aware of or identify.
Examples:
To a recognizable degree. Recognizable landmark. His car was easily recognizable in the parking lot.
Quintessence.
The perfect example of a quality or class.
Examples:
The quintessence of virtue. Quintessence of life. The quintessence of the author's writing is the depth of emotion conveyed.
Ritornello.
In classical music, a repeated section or refrain in a composition.
Examples:
Ritornello section. Ritornello melody. The instrumental ritornello was repeated several times throughout the concerto.
Cadence.
The rhythmic flow or pattern of sounds or words, especially in relation to music or speech, the rhythmic or periodic movement or progression of something.
Examples:
Cadence of footsteps. Regular cadence. The singer's voice had a beautiful cadence, and I couldn't help but sway to the rhythm.
Presto.
In a quick tempo, especially faster than allegro, equals a tempo marking indicating that music should be played in a lively, brisk manner, suddenly.
Examples:
Change presto. Poco presto. He performed the magic trick presto, and the rabbit disappeared.
Fugue.
A compositional technique in which a main melody is introduced and then imitated by voices entering one after another.
Examples:
Psychogenic fugue. Fugue style. He studied the principles of fugue, a type of composition in Baroque music.
Imitate.
To copy the speech, behavior, appearance, etc. of someone or something.
Examples:
Imitate painting styles. Imitate animal sounds. He imitated the modus operandi of the famous phantom thief.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.